Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. My name is Yovan and I'm the administrator of the Sims community website, and today we will be checking out the brand new update for The Sims 4. So that's right, The Sims 4 got a brand new update today, and it's one of the biggest, it's the biggest update that we got for The Sims 4 in 2018. The new update includes a lot of new features, a lot of new improvements, and a lot of new fixes that we are about to check out with the patch notes. So that's right, I'll first be checking out the patch notes and then I'm gonna be jumping into the game and check out everything the game has to offer. So first of all, the patch notes mention the terrain tools, some foundation updates, additional basement levels, additional half wall heights, the first person camera, then we get the new career, the style influencer career, some new clothing and objects, most of them are tied with the style influencer career, the positivity challenge with Millie Bobby Brown, the ability to name your own career, first time user experience, gallery profile updates, whim updates, Simology panel updates, relationship panel updates, and a lot of fixes and updates for the Sims 4 base game and all of its expansion packs, game packs, and stuff packs. So, unlike with the previous update overviews, I won't be reading throughout the entire patch notes. I actually won't be reading the entire patch notes at all. You guys have the ability to check that out for yourself because there's a lot of features, and this is the biggest feature update that we've gotten so far. And because of it, I just want to jump straight into the game and talk about the new features straight from The Sims 4. So let's just jump into the game and check out everything that this game update has to offer. First of all, we have the brand new terrain tools that come with the latest update, and you can access the terrain manipulation over here, as you can check out. So let me just bulldoze the entire lot so you can see the new features in action. Over here you have two new options, so you can bulldoze the lot or you can just bulldoze the entire terrain, which is really cool. So let's bulldoze the lot so I can showcase the terrain tools appropriately. So we have the ability to raise the terrain. Over here you see the options to change the shape of the brush. You have the small circle, you have the very small circle, the medium, large, and extra large. So the same case goes for the square brushes as well. So you can make a really high terrain like this. And if you don't like it, actually, you could just clear the entire terrain and bulldoze it. So over here, you have some brush options. So you have the ability to adjust the softness of the brush that you select. So for example, let me select the very high pressure brush. So you can see that it's not that soft. You can see that the edges are very rough and they are not representing an actual circle. But if you choose this very soft brush, you can see that it looks more of a circular shape and it just looks more accurate. So you can change the terrain of the entire lot. You cannot change the terrain outside the lot boundaries, but yeah, it's very good that we have the ability to change the terrain however you want, and it's especially good for those who plan to build on 64 by 64 lots. Then you get the ability to lower the terrain of your choice. You also have the hotkeys, so it's very important to mention the hotkeys that you get when hovering over these tools. So it says holding control while clicking will reverse the effects. The left and right bracket keys will change the size of your brush. Holding shift and scrolling the mouse wheels will give you more granular size control. So let me actually try that out. I'm gonna be holding shift now. Okay, this is actually very useful. So you can change the size as you use the terrain tool, which is very great. So let me just undo this. One more thing that it's very worth mentioning is that you can undo all the changes that you make with the terrain, which is very important. Then we have the smooth terrain option. This is very useful. Let me actually just change the size a little bit. So to smoothen up the terrain, just select the terrain that you've edited up, and you can make any edge of your choice a lot more smoother, which is very useful. So over here you can check out that I'm very successfully smoothing up the terrain, and it's not that edgy, it's not that high as I made it previously, which is very cool. You can of course change the brush sizes, you can change the pressure points, and it's just very useful if you have made a mistake and just want to smoothen up some of the levels. Next you have the flattened terrain option, which is very useful, and I think that we've never gotten an option like this before in the Sims franchise. So this allows you to flatten the terrain to the height of the first selected area. So for example, if we want to flatten the area, okay, I'm gonna be selecting a very large brush. If I want to make the entire lot on the size where this square is, all I have to do is just press like this, and you can see that the entire terrain is gonna adjust to that level. So for example, if I want to make it somewhere over here, you can notice that it's evening up, and it's very easy to play with. It's very easy to learn everything about the terrain tools. We also get the ability to flatten the terrain to a selected height. So when choosing this, you have the option to change the height slider. So here you can see that as I move the slider up and down, the square is also going up and down. So this is the maximum that you can achieve with the terrain tool. Let me just change the speed and the progress of this so it can go a lot faster. So this is the maximum that you can achieve with the terrain tools, and it's very high. I really love the fact that they've added a lot of options with this, and that they made the terrain tools to go a lot higher than I expected. So if I want to go deep into this, let me actually check the depth of the terrain tool and how deep it can go. So let's go inside of this slot and see the depth of it. Okay, that's pretty deep. So it seems that as much as you can go high, you can go to the same levels down deep, which is very great. So you can check out the difference that it makes. Also, with the latest update, you get 2 new basement levels, which is very worth mentioning. And the last option over here is the ability to flatten the lot. So this button will flatten your lot immediately. This can be undone by clicking the undo button on the top panel. So just like that, my lot is flat now. So that's basically it when it comes to the terrain tools. I will not be teaching you how to use them and how to create a perfect home with the terrain tools because I suck at it. When pressing G on a keyboard, you are going to be triggering a very special user interface which lets you know which part of the terrain is flat and which part is not. So for example, if I choose to raise the terrain over here, you are going to notice the fact that there is no more grid over here, and that means the fact that you won't be able to place down any objects on that area. So for example, if I want to place down this fountain over here, you are going to notice the fact that you won't be able to place it down. So you can always choose to flatten that area up. So let's choose the flattened terrain. As you can see, when I flat down the terrain, I get these grids over here, which are going to allow me to build rooms on it, which are going to help me place down objects on it, whatever it is. So also a very interesting fact is that when you select your sim on the lot, so for example, if my sim is on this area, I can easily make him go up and down with the terrain tool. So let's do this. Oh, where did he go? Oh, he's over here. Okay, so let me try that one more time. Okay. As you can see, I made him go on the top of the world. So there he is. And what's very interesting is that this is a very interesting technique for you to torture your sims. So this means that your sim will not be able to go anywhere on the lot. And basically my sim is gonna either starve to death or pee himself to death. Wait, that is not an actual feature. But yeah, he is stuck on this area and there is no help unless you use the teleport here option with the testing cheats enabled true cheat. So let me help him get down on the ground. We are gonna raise down the terrain so he can easily go down. Okay. Oops, I guess I went a little bit too down. Yeah, let me just flat down the entire terrain because it's looking like a hot mess. So that's basically it when it comes to grids and everything that you need to know with grids. What's also interesting is the fact that you are now able to place down staircases. They are much more easily to manipulate with, but I really want to mention this, okay? So let me go up here. Let me add another room. Okay, this is not a room, this is a wall. Okay, let me place it like this. Let me just expand the room a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So what's very interesting is that now you are able to place down stairs underneath the floor. So that's right, by pressing Control on your keyboard, you can now place stairs underneath, which is a very cool looking feature. So another thing that I want to mention is the fact that you are also able to place the rooms up and down. You can make them easily go up and down along with the foundation, which is also gonna trigger the staircases to add a lot more stairs or a lot less stairs depending on how you are manipulating with this tool. There's a lot of foundation updates that have been made with the latest update. So it says previously every building on a lot had to share the same foundation height. With today's update, buildings that aren't connected to each other can now have different foundation heights, or some may have no foundation at all. The Sims team has also updated how you adjust the height of your building's foundation. Simply select any room and grab the new widget that appears appears in the center. By dragging it up or down, you'll find that it's not only easier to use, but it'll allow you to create buildings that soar to previously unattained heights or structures that are sunk down into the ground. This is a very cool feature. So this means that you are now able to create rooms with different foundation heights. So for example, if I create this room like this, I am able to manipulate different foundation levels for different rooms. So for example, this room can have this foundation height, this room doesn't have to have a foundation height at all, or it can have a similar foundation height. So this is the maximum when it comes to the new foundation. Yes, the Sims team really went all in with this update, but what's very worth mentioning is the fact that you are not able to place down these rooms next to each other, because if you do, it's gonna make that room that you place next to it the same foundation level as that first original room. The update also brought new half wall heights. So if we go into the wall section over here and go to the half walls, you can see that we have two new half wall heights. There's the tall half wall, the medium wall, and the tall half wall, the tall wall. So these are the ones over here, and it says requires a taller level height. So to achieve this, I first need to create a room with a much bigger height like this. So let's go into half walls now, and you can see that we have the new half walls available. So this and this option right here, these are the new half walls that we get with the latest update. We do not get any new trims, I believe. Nope, that hasn't been mentioned in the patch notes, but we do get the first person camera. So to enter the first person camera, all you have to do is press shift and tab, and you are now able to control your Sims through their own perspective. With the first person camera, you are able to control your Sims through their own set of eyes. So we can interact with other Sims, we can interact with other objects, just like we would in the dollhouse camera that we originally had with the Sims 4. So for example, if I want to interact with this Sim, all I have to do is select her and select friendly introduction. The user interface is very friendly with the first person camera, and if you want to actually interact with the user interface, all you have to do is hold down shift, and now you have full control over the user interface. You won't be able to move your Sim around while holding down shift, because that's where you can interact with the user interface instead. So there are some other hotkeys that you get for the first person view as well, including shift plus tab. That's how you enter and exit the first person camera mode. You get the left arrow and right arrow ability, which means that you are able to switch between other Sims and also pets. So if you have the Sims for cats and dogs, you are able to see exactly what your cats and dogs see. You also have the left mouse button, which lets you interact with the world. You have the right mouse button to select the other side of the doorways, walls, and floors. You have the shift key, which I mentioned, which lets you interact with the user interface. Then we have the mouse, of course, which lets you rotate the camera in all 360 degrees. You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel, and you have the control key, which is gonna snap back to the place where your Sim was originally looking. So those are all of the new hotkeys that you get with the first person camera. Oh my god, this townie is wearing some randomized outfits, that's for sure. Then you get the style influencer career. So to get the new style influencer career, all you have to do is find a job over here, and you are basically able to join the style influencer career. So here it is. So we have two new career branches with it. You get the trendsetter and the stylist branches. You can see that the first level of the style influencer career is the rag reviewer. So this is a work from home career, meaning that you are able to do all sorts of assignments from the comfort of your home. These assignments can be done by tracking down the progress and all of the assignments from this section over here. So it says that I have to interview Sims 3 times, and you can do that easily by introducing with other Sims and just selecting interview. So I will be doing a detailed breakdown of the new career in a separate video, because there are a lot of new objects, a lot of new gameplay tied and attached to it that I think just won't fit into this general update overview. The next new thing that comes with the latest update are the new clothing and objects. So most of them are tied into the gameplay of the style influencer career, including the sketchpad, the style board, and then of course the new clothing that you unlock by leveling up through the career. So let's check out the sketchpad. You can just search it in the search menu over here in build mode. So we get the digitalistic sketchpad, and we also get the style board. So let me just search for it. So style board, the trending style board. Okay, so you can of course place it down on the hive walls as well. What's very interesting about this style board is the ability to pin and add impressions. It says the style influencer must have an impression buff active to perform this interaction. The update also introduces 2 new objects that are kind of tied with the style influencer career. You don't have to play with the career in order to unlock these 2 new objects. So you can find a new dresser in the bedroom section over here. So let me just choose the base game filter. Let me try to, oh, okay, here it is. It's called the Trendsetters Dresser, and it looks very snazzy. So let me just place it down like this and choose some of the different presets that go along with it. Okay, definitely love it. I love that they are adding new items with this. And with this update, you also get a brand new mirror called the OTP Split Mirror. So you can see that this mirror is not just an ordinary mirror. There are 2 different mirrors with this object. So there are a few new presets with this one, and it's very useful if your sim wants to check out the footwear that they are wearing. So for example, let me just check my sim and make him practice his speech. So you can notice that he is able to himself check out the shoes that he's wearing, which is very cool. I love this addition. So now I'm gonna be going into create a sim with my sim so I can check out all of the new items. But before that, I want to level up my sim to the level 10 style influencer career so we can unlock everything along with this career. So let's just promote very quickly. Okay, this is the part where I can choose a different branches. So we have the stylist and we have the trendsetter. It says voila, a snip here, a trim there, a pairing of this with that, and boom, a new dash of fashionable zoosh. Snap, 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 that new title, it's so in right now. And of course, the trendsetter, the task of a trendsetter is to create trends through the medium of fashion and clothing. By affecting the look of the world, a true peace may be achieved in our time. Okay, we got that promotion, and you can also see that the promotion tasks are very high as you level up with the career. So let me promote him a few more times. I think I reached the maximum at some point. I think so. Okay, yeah, a level 10, and he also got the +2 because I additionally upgraded him 2 more times. So let's now go into create a sim and check out everything that's new. So it says in the patch notes we get 2 jackets, so one for women and one for men, 2 jeans, one adorned with rhinestones and one that's acid washed. We get 2 necklaces, 1 gold chain and 1 bedazzled collar, 1 gold bracelet, 1 gold chain bracelet, 1 pair of Fingerless Gloves, 1 fiddler hat, and 1 pair of women's heels. So it seems that I haven't enabled the casual edit mode cheat, so I need to go back just quickly so I can enable that. And I really want to add another female sim to this household so we can equally check everything out. So cast that full edit mode. Okay. And let's now modify my sim and check out all of the new items. Okay, I'm now also able to add an additional sim. Okay, let's add a feminine sim. Okay, so it says 2 jackets, 1 for women and 1 for men. Let's check out the new jackets. I think it's gonna be easier for me if I just select the categories over here. So jackets, yes, okay. Oh, this is the new jacket. Oh, it's so shiny. I love it. I love the texture. It's very unique. It's very unique. I think we haven't gotten a jacket like this at all in The Sims 4. So I just love it. I love this addition. So for feminine sims, let's actually check out this feminine sim and see what type of jacket does she get. Okay, let me check out the base game filter. Because okay, this is that new jacket for feminine sims. So you can see that feminine sims get a little bit more presets than masculine sims, which is okay. I'm not holding any grudges. I love this preset though. Oh my god, I'm so glad that they've added some new cast items with this. So, 2 jeans, 1 adorned with rhinestones and 1 that's acid washed. Okay, so let me find it in the jeans section over here. Okay, this is one of the new jeans that we get. So, okay, this is the one with rhinestones that was mentioned in the patch notes. You can check out the different presets for it. Oh, I really love the black one though. This one is so good. And the other one that's acid washed, I think it's actually, yeah, I think it's actually for masculine Sims. They haven't mentioned for what type of Sims was that genes, but yeah. Oh, the get famous icon. Okay. Okay, let me find the gene. Okay, here we go. So this is the new genes for masculine Sims, and you can see that we get 5 different presets for it. I don't know, I kind of prefer the feminine jeans over this, but I mean, that's just me, of course. So, 2 necklaces, 1 gold chain and 1 bedazzled collar. I'm gonna be removing the top so you can appropriately check out the new necklaces. So let's go to accessories and oh my god, this is absolutely gorgeous. The details, the sparkling little details that you get by rotating your sim. Oh my god, I'm blown away with this. So, of course, you get the different presets with this one. And you get this one. So, the gold chain. I'm pretty sure that this falls into the category for masculine Sims as well. Just love it. So, the next one says 1 gold chain bracelet. Okay. So, let's go to the accessories, the bracelet section. Not seeing anything. Let me actually just remove the feminine filter over here and see if there's anything. Okay, here is that golden bracelet. Okay, here we go. You get 4 different presets for it. I don't know, it matches with the necklace. Then you get 1 pair of fingerless gloves. Here we go. Oh, this looks so badass. So 6 different presets for these fingerless gloves. Then you get the 1 fiddler hat. Let me try to find it over here. Is this it? Oh, I love it. Oh, it also comes with different stripes and different textures as well. This is so amazing. And 1 pair of women's heels. Okay, I cannot wait to check this out. So let's go into the shoe section and the heels. Okay, so these are the new heels that you get, I think, with the style influencer, either with that or just, you know, through create a sim. You don't have to unlock it with the style influencer. It looks really neat on my sim. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look neat on my sim considering the fact that she's wearing some very randomized outfits. Another new thing coming with the latest Sims 4 update is the positivity challenge. So the positivity challenge is gonna last for the next 21 days and it ends on December 4th, 2018. You have the ability to participate with the positivity challenge by going to your phone section over here and calling the event coordinator, which is not other but Millie Bobby Brown. So that's right, she is working with the Sims to bring the positivity challenge to you guys. She is the challenge coordinator, unlike Jasmine, who was the coordinator for previous challenges and events like these. So here she is, the Millie Bobby Brown Sim. She is the challenge coordinator and you can ask her about the positivity challenge. So let's see what the positivity challenge is all about before we get deeper into it. Hi there, succeeding in the positivity challenge requires you perform an assortment of kind, generous, and sweet tasks for other Sims. Be friendly towards other Sims or perform helpful deeds for your neighbors. Anything that spreads the positive energy. After completing a stage of the aspiration, be sure to open the box of kindness to receive a reward. So, okay, which box of rewards? I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, it's probably because this isn't a house at all. Yeah, she's just waving over here. So let's issue the positivity challenge. Maybe that will give us the box of rewards that we can further on unlock. Congratulations, Curtis has unlocked the hidden positivity challenge aspiration. It can now be found with other challenge aspirations. So yes, you get a brand new aspiration with this latest challenge. I know. It's crazy that they are adding a lot of things with the latest updates. So let's select a new aspiration. And over here, you can see that we have a new section called the challenge aspirations. So here you can see that we have the positivity challenge with 4 different tiers. So we have tier 1, which requires you to perform 1 good deed and meet 1 new sim. Tier 2 to perform 5 good deeds for acquaintances. Tier 3, which requires you to perform 7 good deeds and become happy 3 times. And tier 4, which requires you to perform 11 good deeds and make 1 new friend. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard to complete the entire challenge, but you can check out the full walkthrough of this on simscommunity.info, as well as a dedicated video for the positivity challenge, which I'm going to be doing in the next few hours or so. So make sure you stay tuned for that. You also have the user interface over here here for the positivity challenge. Here you can track the number of positivity posters that you've collected during the challenge, and also here you can check out how many posters have been collected by Sims players around the globe, which is really neat. You can of course remove this part of user interface by going into game options, and let me go to the gameplay section, and from here you can hide the challenge user interface, of course, if you want. Which reminds me, they've included another addition with the latest update. It lets you show or hide whims. So if you don't want to play with whims, which are basically some sorts of needs, some sorts of wishes that your sim has, you can enable or disable that by going into the game options and going to the gameplay section. So when I open up my game, I noticed that my sim automatically didn't have any whims, which seems that the Sims team automatically disabled them with the latest update. It could be the fact that players are not really playing a lot with the whims feature, or it could be that it's just bothering the entire user interface aspect, which is okay. You have the option to disable it and to enable it over here, but I love to keep them on so I know what my sim wants or needs. So the next option, a lot of options, a lot of features, once again, that is included with the latest update is the ability to register with the Ministry of Labor. So I'm gonna make my sim quit this job so you can check out the feature. Of course, your sim needs to be employed for this type of feature here. So yes, you can register with Ministry of Labor, and with this you are able to give your sim a custom career name. So for example, I can make my sim a simmer, enter the job description. I'm gonna make him say, okay, I just played The Sims, that's it. So after accepting your custom career, you are now able to check out your Sim's custom career name and description in the job section, in the career section of the user interface. This is only useful for the storytelling purposes, or for example, when other Sim ask your Sim like, hey, what are you doing? They can say, oh, I'm a stay-at-home dad, or give a random custom name of their job title. Another thing that the Sims team has added with the latest update is the ability to add to Simstagram story to check your social media timeline. So those are some of the new features that you get on the phone with the latest base game update. And basically you can track down the number of all of your followers and all of the people who are following you. There's another addition to the user interface, and that's the coworkers section. So yes, here we go, the coworkers section. Those are all the people that your sim works with, and they are all going to be listed in this section over here. Which is very useful, I know, because Sims meet up with a lot of co-workers during their career, and I know that a lot of people have asked for this feature. And another small addition that comes with the latest update is the ability to collapse or to expand specific parts of the Simology panel. This is very useful considering the fact that once installing the Sims 4 Get Famous, you are gonna get a very huge reputation plus fame user interface addition over here, and you are also gonna be able to collapse and expand that part. But I just love that they've added this. The gallery also got a minor upgrade, so when going to your own profile, you are gonna notice that your gallery interface now looks a little bit different. So all they've done is that they've redesigned your profile pages. So over here you can notice all of the number of downloads, followers, and shared items, and here you can see that they've actually reintroduced the way that you showcase your items. Now each player's profile has 4 large images that cycle through the content that you've uploaded. Content from other players that you've favorited no longer appears in your own profile feed. Finding content from other players that you favorited can be done by going to your profile page, clicking on View Catalog, and then changing the View Content By filter to My Favorites. So here you can see the My Favorites section over here, and now I'm also able to track down all of the creations that I favorited, which is very useful. I'm so glad that they've added this. And that's basically it when it comes to additions in live mode. But now I'm gonna be going to main menu because they've also added another huge addition when it comes to starting your own game. So that's right, the tutorial got a huge upgrade. That means when starting a new game, you are gonna get the option to get introduced to The Sims 4 with a brand new tutorial or to just skip through the tutorial. You of course also have the option to never have this feature shown to you again. You can re-enable that in the options menu. So I've actually posted about this with the November preview video a few weeks ago that you can check out. There's also a special voiceover which is gonna guide you through different aspects of the game, which is very useful, and I know that first time players of The Sims 4 are gonna appreciate this a lot. So that's it when it comes to the latest update overview. Let me guys know what you think about the latest update. Do you enjoy the new additions? I am definitely surprised by all of these additions because I didn't know that we are gonna get the positivity challenge, nor some of the improvements that they made in the lib mode, Simstagram feed, the gallery improvements, and a lot more things that they've added. So let me guys know what you think about the latest update, and I'm gonna talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!